Today we're going to take a look at and show you how to install the Command LED clearance or side marker light with chrome bezel, offering 2 diodes and a red lens. Part number is 328-003-19R. Now here you can see our light installed. I really like the chrome bezel, the way it comes around there. I think it gives the light a nice look. We've got our 2 attachment points there. Really a straightforward, easy light to install. You're going to have 2 wires, one for ground, one for power. Now you'll notice this is an LED light. I really like the idea of the newer LED lights that we see going on a lot of trucks and trailers. Basically, they're going to last a lot longer. You're not going to have to worry about those filaments breaking and having to go through the bulb changes. Also, they don't use as much energy, so we're not drawing as much power from the vehicle. And overall, nice and clean and bright light. You'll be able to see it from a long way, and it can really kind of update the look of a truck or trailer. All of those same things can be said for the amber light. The amber light should be in front of your tire on your trailer, or of course on the front of your trailer for clearance lights. There's lots of different uses for the amber light. Here we're doing it on the front corner of our flatbed. Now the red lens and amber lens are going to be sold separately, of course, and really we like to replace them in pairs so you can keep the look of it the same, especially if you're going from an incandescent light to an LED. There can kind of be a big difference in their looks. Now to give you an idea on dimensions, it's going to be 3/4 of an inch from the front edge of the light to the back. From the very bottom of our bezel to the top, we're looking at about 1 inch and 13/16. And it'll stick up off our mounting surface by about 7/8 of an inch. Also, the screw holes for our attachment points, these are going to be on 1 7/8 inch centers. Now we're ready to take our light. We want our wires to go through our mounting surface there. You can see we've got a couple of holes drilled out there. Now these lights are going to come with sheet metal screws. I think in a lot of applications those are going to work out well. But for one, our holes are a little bit too big for these to work. You see they just kind of pass through. But also going through a piece of steel this thick, you're going to have a challenge with these. So something else we found that worked, little panhead screws or little panhead bolts. These are a number 6. You can see they fit in there really nicely. We're using stainless steel just to kind of eliminate any issues with rusting in that. We're going to place those through. On the back side, we're going to put on a flat washer, we're going to put on a lock washer, and we're going to put on a nut. Now on one of your 2 bolts, you want to place on the ring terminal for your ground. So we'll place it right over. We'll put on our washers. Again, we're using a flat washer and a lock washer. We can place on the nut. Do the same thing for the other side there. Then we're just going to use our Phillips to get that tightened down. All right, it's nice and secure. Last thing we'll need to hook up is our power lead. That's going to go to our running light wire right there. And we'll just tie that in right there. So we'll trim our running light wire. Let's strip both of these back. Now we're going to take the ends of those, we're going to twist these together. Now this is going to be in lieu of a quick splice connector. We're just going to use a butt connector to make a slice. The quick splices seem to damage the wire. Just doesn't give us the best results. So we're going to use part number DW05744. That's a heat shrink butt connector. Do a great job of preventing any moisture or dirt from getting in there, which eventually causes corrosion and then failure. Now the other side, we're just going to continue our running light forward for any other lights we might have. Now you see I've stripped that one back about twice as far as normal. I'm going to double that over, and that'll go on the other side of our connector there. Once that's in, we'll be able to crimp it down, and we'll use our heat source to shrink this down. You can use a heat gun, you can use a mini torch, or generally I just use a lighter. And we just want to gently heat this up. And we'll see it start to shrink. Kind of clears too, or turns sort of clear. And then eventually that's going to shrink down. It's going to grab a hold of that wire, and the wire looks like it gets bigger. The key is here not to overheat these. You can see it looks like that wire is magnified. You got a little bit of that clear gel coming out of the end. It means we've got it done properly. You want to use an amber lens on our truck. The installation process is going to be exactly the same though. Now to test out our installation, let's just turn on the running lights. As you can see, they come on nice and bright. And do the same for our amber light up front. All right, everything's working properly. And that'll complete our installation of the command LED clearance or side marker light.